So when we go to various campuses and see now, let's say what we are trying as in Sankey solution is to bridge the gap between what students have when we join to the because the industry expectation that we have is completely different. Okay, we learn some of the programming languages and the frameworks that we develop there are there in market are completely different. So our expectation is people should be thoroughly have an understanding of programming language and the data structure that they are basic programming, and one or the two frameworks that they are aware about whatever programming language there. If I give you an example, if a person is well versed with Java, he should have a framework knowledge of maybe Spring, Spring Boot, or Micronaut. So as I already mentioned in pre-placement talks too, we have various projects that we have, and we are going through various campuses. Our Sankey solution is already tied up with various of organization and colleges. That was the reason we came to your college, and I believe there are some students that are already there as an alumni who are working with us in Sankey. That's the reason. So selection process is simple. We initially take a programming test, coding test. Once we get a right candidate who can code in a way we want, optimized code can be delivered from their side. Post that is done, we have an interview process where a technical interview and a HR interview has been taken. We do take both of our thing if required at the same time, which gives us an idea about if the candidate who is appearing for an interview is well versed with the tech stack that he is aware about. Also, will it be a complete fit for the organization culture that we have? We look basically, so we can somewhere reduce the count for the technical stack, but for culture we cannot reduce any, or we cannot raise our bar low below the point that we have in our Sankey. Complex question. So I have recently tried this one with my institute where I was working. So what we are doing, we are basically tying up with various organization beforehand. So let's say people get passed out from fourth year and then they come into the industry. So what we want to bring that experience beforehand to the colleges. Let's say in second year, in third year, we provide an industry level coding practices that we follow in the organization, and we want to take those sessions with this client, so that clients and customers, so this sessions helps us to understand what they require. Also, post we get an understanding from clients and customers, we can bring those to the students of the colleges, which will help them to understand it far more before, uh, because this will help once they get into the industry. Because what happens when they move to the industry, they say, okay, we have just done a basic programming and you are asking us to solve a complex business problem, which does not make sense. So what I did, I asked my campus owners and everything, the people who are with higher management, to schedule a what do you say, sessions for the students, schedule an internship for the student, which will help them to give the exposure beforehand. Okay. So in that way, I think that will bridge a gap somewhere from the student and the complete industry expectation. Yeah, we have a training, or we do not call it a training as per se, but we call it's an initial induction process that we give to the student. Post induction process also, when it is he or she is onboarded on the project, at that time also we have a 7 to 15 days of what do you say, breathing space, or let's say in which he can understand the business problem and the technical stacks that are being given from the customer as a requirement to us. Also, the suggestion that we have given for the architecture and everything, we explain it to the students, or to the candidate who is hired, or to the person who is a colleague for us and who has recently joined with us. It was great. I'll say you, I did not expect. Only one thing I was missing, that if sir was there with us while having lunch, that would be great. What I felt, but overall it was great. You guys, everyone who was there in the core team of TPU was great, and I did not felt any need, because what I have planned, generally I take interviews, there is some or the other schedule up or down by some 2 hours or 3 hours, but here I was able to what I have planned, I was able to execute it because of the help of the entire team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.